Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do story time, and today's stories are all about Ronald the church mouse. Now you may be wondering, who is Ronald? Let me show you. This is Ronald and his church, and the stories in this book are written and illustrated by me. I do hope you enjoy them, and if you like, if you were to go over onto the website, which I will link in the box below, let me show you the page that you need to get to. There you are. And once you get there, you'll find that there's links to patterns, and you can make your own team up of Ronald, Mrs. Ronald, and the vicar. You can get somebody else to make them up for you, whoever's good at knitting. They're not that difficult. I'm sure you can manage. So let's get started with the first story. Ronald and the Big Cross. Ronald the church mouse, Ronald, lived in a tiny church. He was a very friendly mouse, always ready to help whenever anyone asked. Ronald's favourite clothes were a pair of black dungarees, or blue, do them in whatever wool you like, and a pink shirt. Yes, a pink shirt. On top of his dungarees bib, there was a picture of a cross, an embroidered cross on our knitted one. He was always busy, as he was a cross maker by trade, but could turn his hand to any number of crafts. In his workshop, you could find lots of crosses hanging on the walls, placed on shelves and on his workbench. They would be all different shapes and sizes, made from all manner of different materials, not just wood. It was a very tidy workshop, with tools all put away just where they belonged, so that Ronald could find them easily when he needed them. Once a week, Ronald would sweep out his workshop to make sure he did not slip over on the wood shavings or anything else that had fallen onto the floor. Ronald had received a letter in the post. He loved getting letters. He could not wait to open it to see who it was from. Once he had opened it and read it, he found it was from the vicar. The vicar in the next village. And he was asking Ronald if he would make him a special cross for his church. The villagers had seen all the crosses Ronald had already made and wanted one for theirs. He wanted to design a completely different cross, one that had not been done before. Ronald thought long and hard and made many drawings of crosses. He would often wake in the middle of the night with an idea and had to write it down in his special notebook. For a couple of days he kept coming up with new ideas, until a special one he was looking for came into his mind. Now all he had to do was make it. On looking around the workshop, he could see many crumpled pieces of paper, and his notebook was quite full. Never mind, he could always use his designs another time. Best keep hold of them. Ronald worked hard day and night to make the special cross. He was lucky that he had lightning in his workshop, which meant he could work out there any time of day or night. It was never dark. Once it was finished, he was very pleased with it, and he hoped the vicar of the next village would be also. It was the biggest, brightest looking cross he had ever seen. It was just as he had imagined it to be. The entire note-taking was worth the effort. All that was left now was to present the cross to the Lord Mayor of the next town. Ronald had to go up on stage in front of the whole village and hand over his newly made cross. He was very nervous, but he knew that God was on his side and would give him all the courage he needed. Ronald started to go up the steps and hand over the bright big cross. The whole village clapped and cheered. Ronald actually blushed. His face was pinker than his favourite pink shirt. I do hope you've enjoyed this story today. Do give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and there's plenty more Ronald stories to come. Bye bye.